The first thing you want to look for is selection, selecting the correct car seat or the desired car seat for yourself. There are lots of different kinds of car seats on the market, so what's the best one for you and your baby? I will tell you. The general rule is the car seat that fits your child, that is installed properly and used properly, is the best car seat on the market. All car seats, again, are regulated the same by a governing body. And so what you're paying for a $50 car seat or a $350 car seat is the name brand, the colors, the extra paddings and bells and whistles, and extra security features. So the main two car seats are your rear-facing only car seats. These are your infant carriers with your handles. And another one is your convertible car seats. Both have their pros and cons depending on the family's needs. The pro for the infant carrier is that it is detachable from the base and can be moved from car to car, okay, with ease, and it has a handle. The pro with the convertible car seat is that it can be used as the child grows older, and it is stationary into the car. The con for the rear-facing only is that it can only be used rear-facing, and oftentimes the weight and height limit outgrow within the first year. So within a year, you're buying a new car seat for the child. The con for the convertible is that it is stationary into the car. So if you're looking for on the go, the convertible wouldn't be that option necessarily. Selection. Then just keep going. The next one in? Okay. Mm-hmm. So I'll pause and then we'll do the direction. The next thing to look for is the direction of the child. For 0 to 2 years, we are going to rear face. So by Nevada law, 2 years and 20 pounds rear facing in that car. And you're going to rear face for best practice as long as the seat allows for. So please read your manual and your car seat labels. Okay. Location. Next thing to look for with installing a car seat is the location. What is the best location for your car seat? I bet you said the center. Well, the best place for your car seat is the best place that you can install and use it properly. This may be behind the passenger, this may be behind the driver, this may be in the center. If you have a hump in the middle of your car, that's no longer the safest spot. So read your car manual and read your car seat manual. If you have a truck that has a jump seat, that may not be the safest space for your child. Who drives primarily? If papa or partner or someone else slow rides, that may not be the safest spot for the car seat. Who else is driving in the car with you? Is there other children, cargo, watching? The movement and gyration of the car and people getting in and crawling over car seats again will determine the better spot for your seat. Okay, good. So it's like basic general installation. Okay. That's the top tether, which not necessarily. These are the lower anchors. Okay.
Yeah, this part now. This is where I lose. It becomes like Japanese. I'm like,
Next up for installing your car seat properly is the installation. As of 2006, all car manufacturers has required the lower anchors to be installed in cars. So if you have a vehicle older than 2006, you won't see those lower anchors. What is a lower anchor and how do I find it? That little button on the bottom of your seat that has a child that looks like they're sitting in a seat is your lower anchors. Okay. Hard metal bars. Now, there's two ways to install the car seat. Into the car. Your seat belt and your lower anchors. Your seat belt has been around since cars have been invented, so they will hold your car seat and your child. However, if not used properly and installed properly, it may not be the safest thing to use. Therefore, latch or lower anchors with top tether were invented. There are lots of different ways that your lower anchors look like. They have like a little shark. They have rigid where you push into the seat. They have clasped. They have lock-offs. There's so many different locking mechanisms for your car to be installed properly. Please read your car seat manual and check your car vehicle manual as well. Okay. Lower anchors get put down downwise and pushed into the seat. Okay. Now, if you choose to use your lower anchors, there are limitations. 65 pounds with the child and the seat. Once that child and the seat reach that 65 pounds, you do have to switch to the seat belt. What else do you want to say about lower anchors? Without showing all different kinds, but
Yeah. I didn't even realize
yeah. Let's see. Oh, I know. So there are lower anchors on both sides of the seat, and you only want to use and choose one locking mechanism. This is the seat belt, or the lower anchors, or the seat lock off. Not all three, not two. You choose the best one that you can use. Why? Because if you try and do both, it's jeopardizing the integrity of that install. When you wake up in the morning and you put on your contacts, do you also say, wait, let me get my glasses so I can have Superman X-ray vision? No. They're both fighting then to make you see your best. Same kind of concept with the seatbelt and the lower anchors. Okay. Good. All right. Lastly, we have the harness.
I feel like this one's talked about.
Yeah. Do you know about harness?
Well, I kind of.
Oh, okay.
Kind of remember because in the medical, going from like the adaptive car seat to
Okay.
this is easier, but
Yeah.
also like just the fact that it should be higher than most people think.
No, the
Versus,
sternum.
like,
We're right
lower.
across the.
Yeah, sorry, versus like here.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, let's just toss you in.
Yeah.
Like grandparents situation. I'm like, get that higher.
Oh my gosh. Or like Facebook. Oh yes,
Yeah.
baby's cute. Can we just...
Yeah.
It's called a chest clip for a reason.
Yes.
Good. Okay. All right. Next we have harness. Harnessing our little bundles of joy into that car seat safely. Okay, we'll pause there, and then if
Okay.
you can turn it correct to pick either one, we'll do this one, and then
Okay.
that way it's a front on and close up.
Yeah,
Hand
okay.
shot. Okay. Just like this.
And then this over.
And then should I move it? Yeah, right in here is good. Perfect. And then yeah, so don't get too high. There we go. Crazy. There you go. Perfect. Okay. So first with the harness, we've got some. What are these called?
Liner?
No, but like if I labels, items, pieces, parts.
Parts.
Okay. So parts of your car seat, your headrest, typically comes with your seat. If it's a different color, different pattern, most likely it's aftermarket. And we'll talk about aftermarket and no-nos later. But obviously this is the same pattern. So this seat cover came with this seat. You have your chest clip. You have your crotch clip.
Yeah. Buckle?
Buckle. You have your chest clip. You've got your buckle, and you've got your harness adapter. Okay. So what you're gonna do is undress the harness. Typically in your seat you will have a button that will help you loosen up the harness straps. You want to get them nice and open as much as possible for safety of the baby. In the summertime, these get super hot. So if you put a child on that, it will burn their little chunky thighs. A lot of times, many of them will have
Holders.
yes, holders. Thank you. Okay. So with little Billy here, we're gonna put Billy down into the seat. We're gonna buckle. Okay. Then we're gonna close the chest, but I'm going to kind of tighten the harness. Uh-oh, it's stuck on something. Of course it's stuck on something when I'm gonna film it. Why are you stuck?
What's happening? And then, just like normal, you get annoyed and frustrated because you're 20 minutes late for daycare.
And they don't like the car seat.
And they are annoyed at the car seat anyways.
Yes. Okay. You're gonna edit all that. All right. So with your harness strap, what I'm doing is placing a hand in between myself and the infant and tightening that harness adjuster. Okay. It's gonna tighten. Okay. And as long as you've got a hand and you can place a hand in, it's not too tight. The other thing you want to look for once your harness is adjusted is the placement of the chest clip. What you can do with your own child is take your index finger and cross it under the armpits and cross your thumbs. That is where the chest is, therefore, and the sternum, and that is where the chest clip should be placed. You also want to make sure to do the pinch test that you can't pinch this webbing. If I can pinch this webbing, then it's too loose, and I can't with this baby, okay? So, he is nice and snug, little Billy. Now, in the instance that Billy is a little bit smaller than the lower strap, because what you want to see with the harness is that the straps are at or below their shoulders. If the straps are coming from above, that is not a safe harness placement. So you do want to change the straps to fit closest at or below the shoulders. In an impact, it's going to bring the baby to ride down in the seat and hold the baby in, okay? And that is why. In the instance that even on the lowest setting, it is still too high for your baby, you may take a rolled up receiving blanket and place it on the crotch to help raise the baby up, okay?
Kind of like in a carrier that
Yes.
has the little booster.
Yes, kind of like a carrier in the booster. And so then now my baby, if maybe some babies are a little bit thinner in the thighs and there's a lot of gap in that webbing, and so you may do that.
And that's probably the only additional
one of the few
thing
adaptations which
that you can make.
Yes, and your car seat manual will say you can, if you can.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Fantastic.
So happy.
Yay. All right.
Okay. That and I